Hello, and this week we're talking about pumpkins. So boys and girls, if you're looking at this pumpkin, what color is it? If you said orange, you are right. Most pumpkins that we see are orange. Once in a while, we see some white ones, maybe a purple one. And a lot of times people paint them, and that is so fun too. But most of the pumpkins that we are going to see around come in orange. And as you can see, if you look at the back here, we turn our pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. It's fun to carve faces in them and light them up for Halloween. So, parents, I did put a little bit of information in here for you to read and go over with your child about pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, a little bit about how they got started in our country. I thought it was interesting to learn for me. So I think they'll enjoy that too, and also use adults. And then at the bottom, I also put a little bit of information about Dia de los Muertos, which means Day of the Dead, a celebration that happens on November 1st and 2nd, mostly in Mexico, but we're starting to see a lot of that brought into our culture here in the United States now, and so it's fun to know why they do that and what those traditions are. Okay, so I also put in here some pictures. I'm going to put one for all of you to see. The people that are painting their faces like skulls for Dia de los Muertos. These are sugar skulls that they are a treat that they have. And then we have some Halloween trick-or-treaters, some wearing masks because, you know, it's that time of life for us. Okay, so that'll be fun to look at too. The first thing that I'm going to have you do for our pumpkins is sorting sizes. So there's going to be three pages, large, medium, and small. Okay, in their packets, there's going to be 3 pages that have different size pumpkins on them. So you'll need to cut these out. Parents, you can for sure help cut these out for them, and the kids can help cut too. Don't worry about it being perfect. It's all about practicing, making sure they're holding the scissors correctly, okay? And you'll need to cut them down because they're going to have these little borders on them. You'll need to cut those down so that they're just the squares so that they'll fit on the page. When you first start, you'll need to, because most kids this age are not reading words yet, some are, you'll need to tell them the size. Once they get the first one on, then it should be pretty easy for them. They're just going to find the right size and glue it on so that they know, and have them say the words small, medium, large. Okay, those are our pumpkins. Then we're going to make a pumpkin. So I put a little paper plate in there for everyone. I want you to use the white glue for this one. So grab your white glue out and put it on here. They're going to find in their packet just a plain piece of orange paper like this that they're going to rip up into little pieces, and they're going to glue it all over this pumpkin, okay? So it's going to give it some texture. And then there are inside the packet also the pieces to glue on top of it. After they've got the little textured on it, they're going to put the face on, glue the face on, and we have some pumpkin seeds, so they can use the pumpkin seeds to put in the pumpkin. He's just kind of got some added to his eyes and his mouth. So however they want to do that, this is going to be their jack-o'-lantern, their Halloween pumpkin. Okay, all of those will be in there. Then we're going to make a mask. Okay, so they're going to make 2 masks. First one is going to be a pumpkin. They're going to make a pumpkin mask. So boys and girls, you're going to color your pumpkin orange, and if you want to put some other decoration on it, you can. The top, the stem of the pumpkin is green when it's on the vine, turns kind of brownish when you pull it off, so green or brown would be an appropriate color to put there. There are some strings on it, so you'll be able to tie it around their faces, okay? And then the second one is for the Day of the Dead. Now, for this one, they're making their faces look like a skull. It's not scary to them. and they decorate it. I tried to explain a little bit about that in the information there. Okay, so they're going to leave the background white, okay, but go ahead and color in the other parts any way you want to make it fancy. And then they put that on their face too, so they'll have 2 masks that they'll be done and can play with. And then we have 2 things here. So we have the P is for pumpkin. So point out uppercase P, lowercase p. They're both the same letter. They both make the same sound, which is okay. And letters always start when we draw them at the top of the letter, not at the bottom, okay? Always at the top. Color it orange. And then we have our book, 5 Little Pumpkins. So this book talks about, it uses the word first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and you can help them understand that's another way of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? All right. So that's everything for this packet. When we do our video chats this week, I'm gonna, if I can remember, I'm gonna bring my witch's hat. So I'm gonna have my witch's hat on. If you boys and girls would like to put on a Halloween costume for me to see, you're welcome to do that. You certainly don't have to, but if you want to, that would be fun. I'd love to see you in your costume. So have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. So you just take your piece of paper and rip little pieces off, and then you're going to dip them in the glue that you put on there, and then just lay them, just kind of layer them. So you can see this one, they used lots of little pieces, and this one they used kind of bigger chunks. So however you want to do it is up to you.